On a recent live I did, I pissed a fucking lot of people off because I said that ADHD doesn't exist.
Okay.
Do you think ADHD exists as a concept, or do you think it's something sold to us by Big Pharma?
I don't think it exists. I agree with you. And I'm going to say there may be some very extreme examples of somebody who may have ADHD. But like everything in the world today now, it's been so massively overprescribed that it's lost all meaning. Like we talked about rape earlier. Over-accused loses meaning. ADHD is overprescribed, lost all meaning. Along with basically every mental illness, it's overprescribed, so it means nothing anymore. I watched a show once about a kid. I don't think he had ADHD. Maybe he did. Or maybe he had autism. I don't know what he had. Something. And he had to walk down the stairs in a particular order. Skip the first step, hop on the second step, turn backwards, walk 3 steps, some weird order for his stairs. If he didn't, when he got in the car, he'd have a temper tantrum, and his parents had to take him back in for him to walk the stairs. And I remember sitting with a girl there saying, this is garbage. That kid needs discipline. And the woman said to me, oh, maybe he has ADHD, maybe he has autism, you don't understand everything, you're not a psychiatrist, you're not a therapist, blah, blah, blah. And I turned to her and said, I have never seen an African child who has to walk 10 miles for water, doing the walk twice because they missed a step. Ever. If it was a disease, that's exactly what you'd see. You'd see African kids walking backwards and doing a hop and doing the walk twice because they missed a step. Never seems to happen, does it? So it's not a disease, is it? It's idiot parents with a spoiled kid. And I would argue that ADHD is pretty much the same in most cases. Oh, he doesn't want to listen, he has ADHD. No, you have no control of your child. That's the first thing. The second thing, of course he has ADHD when he's sitting on a tablet playing video games all day. And now he has to go to school and read a boring book. He's bored, as I would be. Of course he is. The only thing that's going to keep him doing something that bores him is discipline, and you don't discipline your little kid. So no, he hasn't got ADHD. You're a crap parent. How about that? I would have loved to tell my father that I can't play chess because I have ADHD. I would have loved
Did you got the best lesson?
The reaction. Because there were times I didn't want to play chess, but I had to play chess because I understood that there are some forces of nature which you cannot argue against. When a hurricane comes, there's not much you can do. And when your father says to play chess, there's not much you can do besides obey, unless you want to be destroyed. So I understood. I would have loved to see his reaction. Dad, I have ADHD. Teacher says I have ADHD. Bro, I don't know if I'd be sitting here alive. But I was raised in a disciplinarian household. And I would love for my children to try that crap with me. Try it. I guarantee my kids will not have ADHD. I'll say it here on camera. I won't allow them to. I won't allow them to. Now, like I said, I'm sure there's extreme examples, but I think most of it is just overdiagnosed lack of discipline. Like everything else in the world. Thyroid, no. Overdiagnosed lack of discipline. That's all it is. Depression, no. Overdiagnosed lack of discipline. Discipline will fix your thyroid issue because you'll stop shoving cake down your face. And discipline will fix your depression because you'll become such a monumentally successful person you're not depressed anymore. And it'll fix your ADHD because you do what you're supposed to do, not because you want to do it, not because you're motivated to do it, but because you have to do it, so you're going to do it. That's how it works. That's all it is. We lack discipline in the world today. And there are certain nations where they don't lack discipline, and for some reason, all of these illnesses don't exist. If they're an illness, why are they not universal across the human condition? Why could the kids in China go to school and listen in school, but the kids in America can't if it's a disease? Genuine question to all the psychiatrists who are making a bunch of money and Big Pharma who are making a bunch of money. Someone answer me. Why can the Chinese kids listen to the teacher? And why can't the American kids listen to the teacher if it's a disease that comes out of nowhere? I'll tell you why. You could get your ass whooped in one place and another you won't. I remember, I love my father with all my heart, but I remember his favorite saying was so brutally simple. It used to frustrate me when I was young, but it was true. I don't negotiate with children. Done. Can I have this candy? No. Why? I don't negotiate with children. And if I asked again, I got my ass kicked. That was it. Now I'm a full-grown man. I think, yeah, I don't negotiate. Imagine me negotiating with a kid. Top G, it's a child here. If you're good, if you're good today and you don't make a mess, I'll give you some candy. I have to do a business deal with a 6-year-old. I have to do a business deal with a toddler. Like a dummy. If you want to sleep in a house and you want to eat food, you're going to do as I say, because I raise you. And people can come along and call me all these names, and blah, blah, and what how he does is bad. Da, da. All I'm talking about is the basic discipline that everyone had only 20 years ago. We built the pyramids, we went to the moon, we built New York City and Mumbai and Tokyo and conquered the entire world with discipline. We did fine. The kids became adults and everything was okay. Telling a kid it's not in charge of you does not damage the kid. This new world thing is that the kid's in charge of the parent. Well, the kid feels and the kid thinks. The kid is 6. I don't give a shit what the kid feels and thinks. The kid is 6. I am 37. I am smarter. So no, and I do not negotiate with children. They will obey me blindly. And you know what? Some liberal idiot is going to take this clip and they're going to put it on Twitter and say, Andrew's abusive to his kid.
And then you'll just get bigger.
No, I'll get bigger. Like a dummy. And I cannot wait, because the world is cyclical, God is just, for the day to come when their little loser offspring with their huge list of mental illnesses is failing in life in 30 years from now. And little Andrew Tate is driving his Bugatti, one of 10. And their little loser offspring get to look at my winner offspring. And perhaps if I'm still alive and that liberal idiot is still alive, I can inbox him on Twitter and say, you failed as a parent. Told you. And I'm petty enough to do that, so I will.